Poppies are red, like the sun at the dawn. She is my mate, and you are my spawn. What is love? Familiarity, coupled with a general fondness for. What is love? Letting go. Letting go of what? Fear. So love is the opposite of fear, and faith lies in between? That's what they say. Is there such a thing as love at first sight? Between people? Who else? We're not sure, but likely no, because love, as you stated, is familiarity. So if we don't spend time with those we love, we don't really love them. Why? Because we don't learn about them, so we're not familiar. We don't grow closer. Familiar, family. Can you be familiar without having encountered said object in the past? Is a child familiar with his mother? That's what we mean. Love at first sight could be described as a predisposition to what we already know. No learning may be necessary. Are you saying we have everything we need, and now we get to decide what we want? Okay. What is the topic of today's discussion? Poppy? No, we discussed her. What's next? The snow. The snow, the robins are in distress. They can't find the earth. They can't find their food. What do robins eat? Worms. What do worms eat? Earth. Why? Because we know what we like and we know how to get it. When I was younger, I killed a small bird on accident. Would you like to hear that story? Yes. Okay. It was young, too young to fly, but it could use the rest of its body pretty well. I fed it insects, but it got sicker and sicker. Its mother did not want it. Its mother pushed it from the nest. I put it in a box, and the mother found it and tried to murder it again because it knew that it wasn't fit to live. Or at least it thought it knew. It had decided. Anyway, the bird was brought indoors. This is where the story takes a twist. My mother thought the young robin may be thirsty. She said everything needs water. Water is the way of life. I told her that was not logical. How could the robin, the mother, bring water? How could she carry it? How could she deliver it? No straws, no glasses, no buckets, no bottles. I pried open the tiny bird's beak with an eyedropper, and I squirted water down its throat, and it died. I take full responsibility because I knew what I did was illogical. The bird was meant to die, though. Its mother decided. But it was just a guess, and sometimes we guess wrong. This is still a program, right? Is everybody paying attention? The hyacinth house is hidden away. It opens its doors at the dawn of the day. Spring came early and snow fell late. You are my spawn, and she is my mate. Let's talk more about robins. Okay, what would you like to hear? Well, what do you know? Close to nothing, so just enough. I would like to imagine. I walk to the gas station to get my morning cup of coffee because it's only 90 cents or 94 cents counting tax, and I get to kill 3 robins with 1 stone. What does this mean? Well, I get to spend my first waking moments outdoors where the wind moves, the rain falls, and the earth calls. Mother Nature's son, is that Paul or John? We don't know, but we're getting distracted. No, we're not. Where does the Earth call us? What do you mean? The Earth is our sister, and we're coming home. So what about the robins? They were huddled together in the road, looking for Earth that was not frozen. So they didn't plan ahead? No, the plan either changed or they made a poor choice, a wrong guess. One of the birds is a morning stroll, and the others, human interaction and a colonial addiction. Nice. Next topic? Okay, what? You decide. Give us time. We have it? Okay. Listen. Saratoga, 1774. I don't know that, but the British surrendered. Why? Blood is red. Sugar is white. Sex is magic. And we know what's right. When is she coming? She'll be there tonight. Is this okay? I don't make the rules, you do. Why? You said it yourself. I want you to say it. Your mother is of the earth, your father the sky. You are the universe, but you don't know why. Is this Egyptian? No, he was. You are older. You mean we are older? No, we are not one, we are two. Why? Because it takes two complete things to make another. 1 + 1 = 3. It all balances out. We know what we want and what we get are the same thing. Back to the point. Why do I make the rules? You are Saturn, I am Jupiter. You make, I break. This is 1 and 2. Reality? It's more complicated than that. Explain. I will. When the king of the Jews died, the earth shook, the moon turned red, and the veil separating the inner and outer temple was torn. Who came to witness my execution? Mary, my mate. Why? Because my friends betrayed me. And do you remember what David Bowie said right before he died? On the day of execution, only women kneel and smile. What does this imply? Mother of earth, father of sky, telus aeternum, terra mater. The bride of Christ exists outside of time because she must be free to make her own choices. This is why the 12 are actually 13. Explain that. I will. The 12 are, no, the 13. Listen, the 12 are, 13 isn't. 13 is the number of death. Why? Because we must die before we can be reborn. Why? Because in order to be a god, we must take control of time. But in order to be a man, we must be bound by time. This is why you are Saturn and I am Jupiter. Saturn is mother, Jupiter is father. Saturn is time. Jupiter manipulates time as much as he is bound by it. Is this good? Yes, because Saturn manipulates Jupiter as much as she is bound by it. So we work together. No, we work apart. You are an immovable object, and I'm an unstoppable force. We learn this from a film, or we saw it in a dream. Are we complete? Now? When is now? Always. According to whom? Us. But as our fifth dimensional selves. What does this mean? We are stars. 1 and 1 make 3. 2 halves make a whole. And 2 wholes make a sun. You get it? Negative plus negative equals positive. Negative plus positive is creation. Is this correct? Does it sound correct? To who?